What is going on, everybody? This is Box Office Ricky, where we talk movies and we talk box office. And if you're new to the channel, this is where we break down what's hitting theaters, what's working financially, what's not working financially, and whether or not it's worth your time and your dinero. So I love diving into the art of filmmaking, but I also love talking about the business of Hollywood, because at the end of the day, movies are both commerce and art. Sorry, art and commerce. And today I've got a special treat. I actually went to the theater with my wife. We played hooky today, and we went to go see Crime 101. So Crime 101 stars Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, and Halle Berry, and that alone should get your attention. Chris Hemsworth plays a highly skilled jewel thief who operates with precision and discipline. He's methodical, intelligent, calm under pressure, very calculated on how he moves. There's a quiet intensity to his performance that feels very controlled. Now, Mark Ruffalo plays the determined investigator tracking him down. He's relentless, he's focused, he's not loud or flashy, but he's thinking 3 steps ahead. His performance, I felt like, was very grounded, almost has this obsessive energy that makes you believe the guy lives and breathes his work. And then, of course, there is Halle Berry. At 53, she is like a fine wine. Now, her character might be the biggest surprise of the film. She plays a high-end insurance executive who works with wealthy clients, the kind of people who insure diamonds, rare art, luxury assets. At first, you think she's just, part of the background machinery of this world, but she is not. Her access to powerful, high-profile clients makes her a key player in the story. And without giving anything away, her character becomes far more important than you initially expect. I honestly did not see her role expanding the way it did. And that added a real interesting dynamic to the film. Now let's talk about the synopsis. At its core, Crime 101 is a cat and mouse crime thriller. A series of sophisticated jewel heists begin to attract serious attention. The crimes are clean, precise, no wasted movement, no unnecessary violence, and whoever is behind the crimes operates with a code. As law enforcement starts piercing together the pattern, the chase intensifies. What we get is a very slow burn pursuit between hunter and hunted, layered with power, wealth, and the elite world of high-value insurance and luxury assets. Now, the film runs about 2.5 hours long, and surprisingly, it moves pretty swiftly. It doesn't drag. The pace stays tight enough to keep you engaged, especially if you enjoy crime dramas that build intention through atmosphere rather than nonstop action. Now, you might be hearing online, this movie has a lot of comparisons to Heat and Den of Thieves, so let's address it. If you're watching this movie, you're going to feel the influence of Heat, which Heat is a masterpiece directed by Michael Mann. Now, the dynamic between Ruffalo and Hemsworth definitely gives off Al Pacino and Robert De Niro energy. You've got the cop, you've got the criminal, both professionals, both intelligent, both operating within their moral framework. Now, let's be clear. Crime 101 is not Heat. Heat is on a different level. The film is iconic. It is like a masterpiece of the genre. And then it's just got Michael Mann's precision and his fine-tuning attached to it. Crime 101 absolutely carries those vibes, the tone, the tension, the way it treats both sides of the law with respect. It doesn't make one side cartoonish. It allows both men to exist as fully realized characters. And what makes the film different from Heat is the Halle Berry character, that added layer, the insurance world, the access to elite clients, gives the story its own identity. It's not just cop versus robber. It's about systems, money, influence, access. So, here are my final thoughts. If you like crime movies, this is a movie for you. It's stylish without being over the top. It's intense without being exhausting. The performances are strong across the board. Chris Hemsworth delivers a performance that's more restrained than we're used to seeing from him. And Mark Ruffalo brings that quiet, shimmering determination And Halle Berry adds a dynamic that elevates the film beyond just another crime thriller. The 2.5 hour runtime honestly flies by. That's always a good sign. When you check your watch and realize you're still locked in, the film is doing something right. Now, from a box office standpoint, the movie didn't perform incredibly well theatrically. It just didn't catch fire the way some crime dramas do. However, this feels like the kind of movie that's going to find a second life on a streaming and video demand. It's going to be on, it's an MGM produced film, and MGM is owned by Amazon. So once it hits digital platforms, I would not be surprised if this becomes one of those hidden gems discoveries that people start recommending to each other. Some movies don't explode in theaters, they simmer, and this feels like one of those films. So that is my review of Crime 101. My next review is going to be Scream 7, and that's going to be a completely different tone from this one. So if you're into horror, slashers, and franchise longevity, I mean, we're on Scream 7 for goodness sakes. Stay tuned for that breakdown. We'll talk box office, we'll talk legacy, and we'll talk whether the franchise still has that ghost face magic. All right, guys. As always, this is Box Office Ricky, where we talk movies, we talk box office, we talk about the business and the art of Hollywood. And as I always say, and remember, in a world where you can be anything, why not be kind to each other? I'll see you guys at the movies. Peace.